Good afternoon. So I hope everybody had an opportunity to eat something. I don't know if it was enough. I think also we decided to have this room a bit far away from the hotel to do a bit of gymnastics. We want to lose weight while we are here. I will use the microphone like this. Can I kindly ask all of us to take a seat, including my colleague Viorel and Danielle, please? Can you guys take a seat? Because we start, and what we start with, while some of us still digest, I think it will be good to get a bit energized about the celebration of the World TB Day. As we said, there is something absolutely historical happening in Philippines Saturday, and I really hope we can join and we can support this, which is an attempt to break a World Guinness record. Okay? Serious business. So what we hope is those of you that leaving Saturday evening or Saturday night can join us Saturday very early morning in this effort to work with our colleagues from Philippines and to support them breaking the World Guinness record. For explaining what's happening and how it works, I would like to invite our colleague here, and she will share with us the details. She's from the Department of Health, and she will share with us all the details about the World TB Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lucica. All right, so we are very excited to invite everyone here on our World TB Day celebration in line with the international theme, Yes, We Can End TB, this March 16, 2024, Saturday at 5 a.m. So it's a little bit early because, as Lucica said, we are going to attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the largest human lung formation, which is currently being held by India. And we want to break it. And since this is, it's really hot in the Philippines, so we want to start the formation early. And we hope that by 9 a.m., the whole program will finish and we can have our socials and lunch by 9 to 12 noon. All right, so the main objective of this ambitious attempt is to really raise awareness on TB and the importance of consultation for healthy lungs, and to symbolize and further strengthen the collaborative efforts from the different sectors, public and private, to eradicate TB. So this will not happen, and we will not really be brave to act with the support of the different sectors like PhilCat for the private and the different development partners that we have. So we shall set up a booth later today in front, and you can also register in the QR code shown, but we will only open the registration until 5 p.m. today. So if you really are serious in joining us, so we would like to invite you to register already, because this will be our basis for getting the collaterals, the caps, the t-shirts that will be given. And we will distribute this by tomorrow through the section lead of this delegation, which will be Mr. Shinichi. And based on our discussions, the assembly time at the hotel on Saturday will be at 5:30 a.m. So Quirino Grandstand will be around 10 to 15 minutes away from here. There will be a bus arranged that will transport the participants from this hotel to the Quirino Grandstand. And those being billeted at the Kingsford Hotel will also have their own bus towards Quirino Grandstand. So, see you everyone, and we hope that we could join together not only to break the Guinness World Record but to end TB. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's wait a bit. Srini. Stay there. Okay, so let's leave the QR code there. I know that it's not easy to wake up at 5 a.m., right? But I want to say that it's not every day that we can say that we were part of a World Guinness Record attempt. It's not every day, right? I was never part of one. And except of the other one that we learned about yesterday, the X-ray done at the highest altitude ever, I don't think we have in TB another World Guinness Record attempt. So what I'm trying to say here is those of you not flying till Saturday afternoon, or till Saturday afternoon, please join. And to join, please register using this QR code now. And I think you were very clear in all the instructions. We will go. Now, can I see a show of hands of people that feel now that they will go? Because I know that, okay, so let's see here. Okay. We need a bit few more, and especially, I think I'm afraid all our colleagues from Philippines should be there, because I will make a list and I will give it to Minister Herbosa for an increase in salary for those that will be there. Who is not there will work a shift at night and fill in some tables with data. So I think for the colleagues from Philippines is a must. We need to reach 8,000 people, right? So 8,500? So we need to bring even guests from hotels. So those of you that you are friends with some hotel people, invite them as well. Taxi drivers, Uber, Grab, just bring people. I'm kidding, don't bring like that because they need to be registered and everybody needs to take something. But please, if internationals are coming, it's even more honorable from Philippines to come. And of course, there will be a t-shirt that everybody will get as a souvenir. Good. So now, we are moving to a more non-World TB Day part, which is today and big part of tomorrow, is a work group followed by a panel, and is linked to why we are here. I'm not going to enter into too many details, but I need to explain 2-3 things to you. We are having in this room a mixture of colleagues from people from government, TB managers, TB survivors, donors, civil society, but also celebrities, but also parliamentarians and other categories. The purpose of these regional meetings, as this is the first one, we will have 5 more to go this year, is to create in the region a very concrete movement and action on few areas, and to try and see what we can do from where we are with what we have right now in order to increase awareness about TB. So the first conversation will be, we all keep hearing and again that people don't know about TB, don't know about the burden, don't know about the response. So the first topic we will discuss is about awareness. What we can do from where we are and with what money we have to increase awareness. And it's a lot about individual, what I can do. What I can do, Luchika, it's you to increase awareness more. And I can just say, I continue the work as it is. That's what I can do. Or I can say other things. So The first one will be about awareness, and this will be today. The second conversation about financing for TB. What we can do from where we are, from what position we are, to push bigger funding for tuberculosis. We will not succeed in most of the cases, because to bring more money for TB is not an easy exercise, right? But at least we attempt and we try. There is a group there that either is texting what I'm saying, or they play games, or Tinder, or another dating app. So that will be the second topic tomorrow. And the third topic will be about what we can do to push for the achievements of the UN high-level meeting targets and commitments. And they are epidemiological targets, but they are as well qualitative one. As you know, we speak about ending stigma. What we can do to end stigma from where we are and with what we do. So to have this conversation, we will break out now in 5 groups. And I think Srini will explain, will say a few things. So we will break into 5 groups. We will go into some rooms, discuss for 1 hour. What I want to really ask you very much, and the facilitators will ensure that, is to be as out of the box as you can, as crazy as you can, as pushing the boundary, as inventive as you can, to identify what you individually, or what people you represent you. So I'm looking at you, sir. We are very happy to have with us, brought by our Pakistan leadership here. We have Razia, we have Dopasi, but we have a celebrity from Pakistan. And you know, you as a celebrity say, this is what I can contribute. This afternoon, the first group, the first discussion will be about awareness. The groups will be the same tomorrow. The facilitators will be the same tomorrow. But today we will do the work group for 1 hour. And then we come back and we will have a panel of 5 people here from each group 1 already identified that will share both the conversation from the group but also their own perspectives. So it will be an interesting afternoon because we expect a lot of innovative and funny ideas. And we are collecting all this information and we create a regional picture of what we think it will be pushed in this region. You know, I see Chamrun here and the Cambodia team, you know. What you can do to increase awareness on TB in Cambodia. And I know that one line that everybody will bring is, we need more money to do. Yes, but what can you do with what you have right now? Because we can all do a lot more, or no, maybe not more, but in a different way with what we have right now. So Srini, now, we are going into 5 rooms. Room A, which is facilitated by, who is facilitating room A? From Stop TB. Room A is with Sahu, okay? And it goes, who is A? Viorel, no. You are, so okay. Viorel Sultan, who is raising the hand, is leading the discussion of group A. Now you will all be sitting there is like, what group am I in? Some of you that have the badge, can you turn it and you see that on the back of your badge is a letter. Those of you with letter A, you don't have a letter? I don't see, but okay, good. It's a small letter you have there, Chamrun. Those with letter A will go with Viorel to room called Laite. And good luck. So those of you with A, stand up and go already to room Laite. You will come back here, so just for you to know. Room B, who is room B from Stop TB Sahu? Srinivas. Room B is with Srinivas, and is room Samar. So those of you with letter B, on that, follow Srinivas to room Samar. Believe me, there will be nobody left. There will be nobody left in the room, so you all have to go to either room A, B, okay, C. Room C is with me. Congratulations. We are in a room called Neogros. Who is in room C? I have a table. 1, 2, 3. Believe me, we are 43. I'm not leaving from this place without 43 people. 5, 6. Room C, 7, 8. Okay. We go to Neogros. I don't know where is it, but we will find it. Room D. Who is room D? Room D is Sahu, here. So you guys go with Sahu and you go to room Panay. And room E is James Malar, there, who is in room E and are the lucky winners of staying here. So, James, if you have people that don't move even though they are not in your group, you keep them here. Okay? So, we are back in, how long? 1 hour? What time is it? So we are back at 4:30. Okay? Sahu, Srinivas, Luchika, James, we are back at 4:30. Okay? Back in the room. Thank you. Thank you. And then you will see how much fun we have at 4:30. So we go to room Neocross.
So those of you in Group E, E for egg, who are staying here, if you just wanted to move into this section, if you're looking at the front of the room, the front left. If we can just gather around the front left. To look at in your role and thinking about the constituencies that you represent Maybe you're a donor, maybe you're a technical partner, maybe you're a member of parliament, maybe you're civil society, maybe you're affected community, maybe academia, maybe you're a program manager. There might be others here, which is great, but thinking about from the position of where you live, where you work, the community you're part of, the organization you're part of, what can you do with the resources that you currently have to further increase awareness around TB? Okay? So that's the general goal. Now in this group as well, I note that we have the Honourable Melquiades here. And so after this session, there's a panel. And each of the groups has at least one person who will be on that panel. And so we have Melquiades here who will be presenting from the perspective of being a member of parliament, but also capturing some of the sentiments that are shared by other stakeholders who are part of this discussion. Okay? So we have about an hour. I think we'll break it into sort of two parts, where the first part we can reflect from our own position of who we are and maybe each just take a turn to sort of share. And then after that, we can maybe have a second round once you've heard what some other people have said, and you can maybe look to make connections, make partnerships, see if there's some opportunities to do some things together. You know, if you hear Global Fund make a comment and you see an opportunity there based on what you're already doing, maybe there's that. If you're a community partner and you hear your member of parliament make a comment, maybe you can see some synergies or make an ask of them as well for their consideration and reflection. But to start, it's very much what you can do, okay? Based on the resources that you have. It can be small, it can be local, but I think the idea is also to just think as creatively as you can, you know? Let's look for some new ideas and try to have a very open discussion around this. So I think, you know, maybe for the first round, you know, I might pick Chief Austin as someone who can start. But it would be good for the first round if you can just sort of capture just briefly like your constituency or who you are. Like, I'm here and you know, the context I work is as a technical partner, or I'm a civil society, I represent a civil society organization. Okay? Just so that we can understand a little bit about who are the partners. And then if you can just reflect briefly, if there's one or two things that you think that you can do. And as we go through these things, maybe, you know, feel free to build off the ideas of other people, but also to share new things. So if people are comfortable with that approach, I think that can be a good way to start. Noting as well that we have the 4 tables here, and I'm just improvising a little bit, so apologies for that. But I see the 4 tables. So maybe once we've done that quick opening round, I'll let you all just reflect in the tables that you're in, just to see if there's further thoughts and discussions before we do that second round. Does that sound, is everyone sort of comfortable with this approach? Okay, wonderful. So, Austin, if you want to commence.
I want to stand because I'm speaking to very important people. But what you failed to say is that this is being recorded, that anybody who makes a commitment, that will definitely monitor the person to follow up. I'm just joking about that, though. But the fact is that I think we want to make very concrete commitment around TB, not just saying it. I mean, people will always say, oh, I will do this, I will do that. But at the end of the day, nothing happens. So for me, I wear a lot of caps as the vice chair of the board. And I'm also the technical director for Africa Coalition on TB, which is a regional network working with key populations, communities, and civil society. So let me start from there, from the African region. I mean, for me personally, putting my role on the line, you know, to work with the African Union, because we realize that African Union as a whole, when it's got a very strong resolution coming from the African Union, the member states tend to adhere to it and work with it. And it's a very strong advocacy tool for member states, especially civil society in member states, to use it as a very strong advocacy tool to work. So for me, the first commitment I'm going to make is that we are pushing African Union, to have a collective African TB position, one position as a collective continental approach to it, not just because we know that some member states do not have capacity to do a lot. So from the African region, at that top level, we should be able to have a resolution coming from the African Union that they holistically, that member states should be able to achieve a certain, I don't have the indicators now, but this is something that we're already doing, and we're doing it in line, connecting it to the UN HLM like we did in 2018. But now we are doing it for the recent political declarations, to make sure that member states understand their target, and it should be coming from the African Union as a whole. So it's something that we're already pushing, we are working, and I'm already doing it even from my own personal capacity, not just only from the Africa Coalition on TB, but also from my personal capacity as a vice chair. So the doors usually open when you have such capacity, and it's really working. So this is one thing we will do from the Africa regional perspective. But again, from my cap as the vice chair of the Stop TB Partnership, when I came in as a vice chair, I said our meeting should be an advocacy meeting. In any country that we go to, we should be able to mobilize the highest leadership in that country. And it's already happening. Even if the president wasn't there, but the president will always send a representative representing the president, not just the minister. So it's something that's already happening, and we are working strongly on that, because when the highest leadership in a country makes a commitment, I'm sure it's something that everybody will want to use as an advocacy to hold the government or the president accountable. And this is something that have been lacking. Even at the HLM, people do not even take cognizance of what their leadership says at such HLM, because that's a very strong commitment, and even just taking a shot of it is something that is good. You go back to your country and say, my president, you committed this, what is happening? So this is something that I don't want to take too much of your time, but I want something more concrete. That's why I'm saying this in a way. Thank you.
No, excellent. Thanks very much, Chief. I think that there's maybe two things to really consider here. Is one point you made was about opening doors. And I think it's maybe interesting to think from the position that you're in, can you open doors for other people? Or to do the sorts of advocacy to raise awareness that you want to do you need partnerships with people to open those doors? I think that that's certainly something. And the idea as well that every meeting, every engagement that we have on TB, we should be thinking about it as an opportunity for advocacy with high political engagement. So these are, I think, two important messages here that we can sort of take forward and think more about. So I don't want to just go straight around tables. I want to jump back and forward. So who wants to go next? Or Eliud, you ready? Okay.
Hello. My name is Eliud from the Global Fund. So I think I'll speak from three levels. From my personal capacity as a TB expert, I consider myself expert in TB, but also I'll speak as a head of TB at the Global Fund, where my role is really to advise the organization in terms of our strategic direction on TB, but also as an organization as well. So starting personally, something which I've been doing and I plan to continue to do is to raise awareness of TB within Global Fund. You will be surprised, it's a Global Fund against TB, HIV, malaria, but we have our country team, we have people of different background, when I joined HIV, everyone knew about HIV, and everyone, considered themselves expert in HIV. But TB, people were afraid, even within Global Fund. They knew little, and they thought it was a very technical area, not very clear. Strategies were not clear. Focus was not clear. So I took upon myself to simplify TB to normal people. And it's important. Why is it important? Because our country teams, they are the ones negotiating with countries. So if they have enough knowledge, if they are comfortable, it's likely to talk to the ministers, to everyone. So that's what I've been doing, and I continue to make sure that I simplify my messages around TB for our staff, for everyone I work with. The other thing, at my role, I feel TB need to be very much integrated. We have been saying for many years, but I think we need to do action. One of the things which I did last year during COVID was to ensure TB is linked to COVID, especially the C19. We had money called C19. And we were so aggressive on addressing and nudging our senior management, and we ended up getting 400 million more from COVID, which went to TB. And 400 million for COVID, we had 4 billion, so it was small, 10%. But for TB, 400 million is a lot of money because our annual disbursement is around 8 million. So 400 is almost 50%. But that was because of the effort to link TB and COVID. And everyone was pushing back, was saying, Eliud, you just make, argument, but it ended up us getting money. So going forward, I think we need to put a big argument why TB is important in pandemic preparedness. So this is what I feel, why TB is important in RSSH. Why, when you talk about TB, you talk about RSSH, you should talk about TB. But also my mission, which I would like also to work with all of you, to ensure TB manager, the principal recipient, the community, they don't sit and wait money which comes with TB label. And this is something which I've seen. People wait money which is written TB. As we go forward, there will be very little money with TB label. Money will be found in climate change, pandemic preparedness, others. So make sure you link TB to those. When there's pandemic preparedness, go there and discuss TB in the context of pandemic preparedness. When you are discussing about antimicrobial resistance, go and make argument that TB actually is the one killing most people in antimicrobial resistance. So give me money. Don't wait to get money which is written TB. There will be very few money written TB. When people discuss HIV, go and make an argument that TB kills more HIV. So I think this is a mission which I would like to get people around so that we tell people don't sit and wait for money which is written TB. When they talk about nutrition, there's role for TB. Go there and talk about it, and then we'll be able to get. So if we do that, we'll get so much money because this TB is connected to everything. Universal health coverage, TB is connected. Primary health care, TB is connected. So TB should be the one with so much money. But if we wait money written TB, people don't want to put money in one disease. They want to put money in the cross-cutting. So this is something which I think we should do, and everyone should do, and we should be smart. We need to be smart, not only intelligent or work hard. No, we should work smartly. Working hard doesn't help. You have to work smartly, and you need to build your arguments. you know. So this is something which I would like to. As an organization, Global Fund, we are doing replenishment next year. We have already started this year to discuss about replenishment. The context is very different now, as I said in my speech. Health is no longer, I would use the word sexy anymore. 2 years ago, everyone was scared, and every president was talking about health. But as soon as COVID seems to be going down, I think people, there's fatigue. Maybe they want to forget that bad period about that. So people are focusing on crisis. There are a lot of crises now in the world. There's fiscal limitation in many countries. There's a lot of inflation in many countries, the economic parameters. So every leader is talking about those things. They don't want to talk about health. So we need to make sure to tell them health is still important. So Global Fund will be making that argument. And I will be participating to make sure we do that. I will be, you know, writing my talking notes to our executive director, to other people, that. But then within health, people don't want to talk again about TB, HIV, malaria. Some people think that everything is going down. They want to talk about pandemic preparedness, climate change, and all those things. Let's remind them we have not ended TB. TB is still a problem. So we need, as an organization, we will be making that argument. And I'm committed to continue to do that. So I'll stop there. Thank you.
Thank you, Elliot. I think, yeah, certainly an expert in TB, but I think like just two quick takeaways from there. The leading funding mechanism of the Global Fund, and the importance of, you know, not losing sight that we need to keep building that awareness of TB within that apparatus, even if we, you know, expect or feel that it is likely that TB is well understood and supported. There's always that ongoing effort. And secondly, I think really important point, given everyone here works in TB and everyone here knows TB, the need to not just have conversations with ourselves, and the need to explore some of those really strategic areas where we can make a connection between TB and something else, whether it be climate, whether it be PPPR, whether it be UHC, whether it be AMR. They're things where maybe there is an increasing voice to do this, but we haven't been as effective as maybe we could have. The linking between TB and COVID is a fantastic example of where that strategic connection can be made, and I think that there's a lot of lessons that we can maybe learn around that. So I want to ask someone who's from the country level, who can speak from a country level position. I'm just going to start to put this in someone's hand.
Okay, thank you, James. I'll be speaking on behalf of my population, let's say young people in here. So I'm leading the youth movement of tuberculosis in my country. The main challenge that I find it is very challenging is when we are doing collaborations for the students in universities, most of them have no misinformations about tuberculosis, as we know that they are the highest educational in populations, but unfortunately there is so misinformation that is going on there. So we're trying to have we find it is really good to have a creative approach, which is we are doing digitalization. In here we are doing gamifications. So try to playing games while so like the games is including the information about tuberculosis, so it's fun to playing with, and it's easy to reach in general population. So that's what we are doing. And the other is we aware that sometimes TB event is very only in their own bubbles. They are only inviting the healthcare workers. Of course, they already have known about TB, and also the NGOs that also working for tuberculosis, the stakeholders that working for tuberculosis. So for that, I think it is really important to gain or engage more the stakeholders, private sectors, NGOs that have no little experience in health, maybe in TB, because if we are talking about TB awareness, it's mean that we make people understand about TB in the simplified language, and not only being taught by those people who already know about that. So that's the thing that really important for me as the representative of the young people in here. That's what I work a lot. We work with the common people in here. It's really great to. I also being involved in the UNHLM level and creating that, and it is really great to collaborate tuberculosis and the other issues, because sometimes it's only just we want to eliminate TB, but there is another disease that should be eliminating. So that's why we have to work together. But in the more general populations, it is also really good to not making TB as exclusive things, but we must to engage more people. In here, sometimes if we are talking about money, yes, money is sometimes a problem if we are from grassroots level would like to have approach or innovations. But what we do in here is we try to make a concept and we go to private sectors. We do the pitching, whether you are interested to do this with us or not, and that's where money come along. So just echoing to what you are saying, so having the program first, having a planning first, do it first, and then the money will come along with that. So that's more or less that I can assure it to you. Thank you.
I think that, thinking that idea of thinking creativity, like digitalization, gamification, two areas where maybe we can, really reach new audiences. I think they're really great examples, and particular to hit a younger audience as well. I think that TB disproportionately affects people in younger years, and yet they're disproportionately underrepresented maybe in forums that are talking about TB and how to end it going forward. So I'm going to come to this table.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Leia Tambot, patient support group. Our group's called Samahan ng Lusog Baga, group of healthy lungs in English. Before I go to the question, our main goal here, I would like to know you brief about our organization. Well, our organization is composed of ongoing patient, TB survivors, their family, and also not only a community, what they call this, facility-based, but we go out on the community-based, and also we adopt faith-based also, no? Because being patient MDR survivor, I'm an MDR survivor since 2016. What we call this? All of us, our mission before is TB free, but now according to Sekar Bosa, it's better to zero death in our country. Our mission, this is the voice of our community, represent the community TB patient, no? Our mission, this commitment is for the community that include in our what we can do in our community as a TB patient survivor. Our main mission statement to empower the treatment of cured patient as one community involved in the community TB control and response strategy of the grassroots and national level, and the driven action of community stakeholder action support group TB communication effort. And our accomplishment as of now, because I will give some things little about what doing. Our engagement to empowerment is to establish SLB or our group and in our country, no, community-based organization working with the local units, local NGOs, advocacy, strengthening service delivery, TB education to increase case finding and treatment, a success rate, reduce stigma and discrimination in the community, in the face of TB survivors, and in the country. SLB would like also to be integrate with the chapters in the service delivery in the network of Policy Board and the LGU. And here's this is the commitment of our, what? I'm a little bit nervous. Our commitment in the Philippines, our group commitment is, our main goal is to contribute at least 10% of, at least 10% in the contribute in the local, national level in treatment and naka-active finding. And so this is our plan for 2 years, no? And this, nawala na. Wait. The main goal is to contribute at least 10 to the national level, TB at least 8% sa treatment rate of the local and national. We plan to help in the prevention, like for example, sa communication, we'd like to disseminate TB awareness because what we know that the stigma and discrimination and lack of information still exists in the community. The people and their family not also responding. Instead, they're always self denial. No, that's why maybe our case TB here in the Philippines always high because they are hiding. So we would like our organization to find them, to bring them in the treatment, and to tell them that this TB is curable. They don't have nothing to afraid, ano. And the treatment, we would like also to help the nation in case of treatment, like in referral system, auxiliary health system, and others. And then we would like to support them in care and support, ongoing counseling, and continuous care of the others. And then our next would like to commend is to the network advocacy, like for example here, like in TB World Day, and we planning also to have our own World TB Day that will be held on November this 23 in the Baclaran. We would like to tell everybody and the faith with the community that the TB, our country is calling everyone to support this call for end of TB. And I do believe that this not only the higher or the TB, the health workers, no, and the leaders are the one who works, no, but also as a community, as a leader, or as individual should help one another, no, because without us, I do believe that as a patient support group, we can relate with them, no, we can encourage much better than the health workers, because sometimes what we know, because we do active case finding also in the community. We do awareness, no? We do awareness in the community. We encourage them to if you have something they feel, just go to the, no? We encourage them to seek treatment. No, that's why maybe the community, if we're strengthening the community, can help decrease the case of TB in the Philippines. So that's why we should also, I do believe that if we can support the CBOs and NGOs, that we can have more NGOs in the country, and we can work together, not only in the higher level, but also in the low level, so we can at least decrease, no, because there's so much TB, the harding there. because of the stigma and discrimination. So we can look for them. Thank you.
So I think, in particular, just acknowledging the importance of having voices of TB survivors in this discussion. And so thank you for sharing, and thank you for the work that SLB does. And some of the key words, I think, about the important role TB survivors can play in empowering people with TB, at breaking down barriers of stigma and discrimination, at supporting people to get diagnosed and treated maybe much faster and in a way than which no other stakeholder can do, because the lived experience is something different to what everyone else has. So I think that there's a lot of really important points there that we can really take forward as part of the group's discussion. So I'm going to come over to this table. Any volunteers?
So I'm Dr. Vanna from Cambodia. From the current practice, in terms of raising awareness, there are several ways, in particular several ways, either through the community or TB network, especially at the grassroots level, through the village health support group. Either to do group to do the task effectively, unless the TB program has to make available the ICC material, distribute enough the material to the grassroots level, including the community volunteer. So they can imagine how to make sure that the TB program have enough TB education material to give to the lower level to write TB awareness. This one thing. The second thing, through radio, became throughout the country. Yeah? In addition to television also. Yeah? And also we don't forget, particularly we always partnership with our TB partner, including CAO, NGO, and UAD partner, Global Fund partner, something like that. This also the important activity as well. We are talking about the rising awareness, mainly targeting general population. Yeah? If we see further, the key awareness, not only the general population, we should might be target the high political level, the high senior official at different sector as well. So this we have to collaboration with the relevant sector, with the relevant department also. Yeah. So this is my short sharing.
No, that's great. And I think just to pick one point out of what you were saying is media. How can we better engage with media? How do we reach the general population through media? I think just the next two speakers I would like to turn to, I guess, is because I don't think that they've been represented. I know we have Honourable Melchiades here, so it'd be good to hear from an MP. But also I know we've got technical partner here as well in WHO. So I think, who would like to go first? Go to WHO.
Thanks. Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Hyatt, WHO Philippines. And such a good discussion so far. And I love the variety we have here from so many different walks. It's really excellent. So I was thinking, for me, awareness is a path to somewhere else. And when I'm thinking awareness, it's who I'm talking to and what do I want them to do. So all of us here, we're, I think, all here to change the world. Maybe in a specific way in the TB realm, but we want something to change. We don't want just to have words float out for no reason, right? We don't want awareness just for awareness sake, but we want something to move. And at WHO, I have a lot of different interactions with different people, and so I always have to think, okay, I'm talking to this person, what could they do? How could I get them on my team pushing for what I want to happen in whatever sphere they're influential in? Whether it's a governor who could take this on as like, maybe this should be a key point of his or her reelection campaign, and I can spin it that way, right? Or a patient who's just like, hang on, you know it's going to be hard, but you're going to make it. And then at the end, I want you to be one of my advocates. I want you to, instead of saying, okay, that chapter of my life is done and I want to forget about it forever, I want you to say, hey, that was part of me, and I'm going to do what I can to help the next person who has TB, and maybe help the next person not get TB, right? So thinking about the people I'm interacting with and those opportunities and how raising awareness can lead to something that will push that forward. And I think with a collective effort of that, in smallest groups of one person to the largest groups of 1,000 people, or 8,500 when you all come on Saturday to Quirino Grandstand to break our world record. No matter how large the group is, taking the opportunity to raise that awareness, to make some action and change the world.
No, I think this idea of strategic partnerships is fantastic. I just would like to go to our MP. I think you're the only MP in the group, but obviously it's a unique role, right? As a member of parliament, you have a constituency who put you in government. You have close relationships or access to ministries and ministers. What sort of things do you think MPs can do about this raising awareness? What are some of the ideas or reflections? Thank you.
Thank you. First and foremost, it is a privilege to address you today on behalf of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, reaffirming our nation's steadfast dedication to eradication tuberculosis. As a member of Parliament and Chairman of the Health Commission in Indonesian Parliament, my fervor for addressing TB concern was ignited by the formidable challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly, we need to involve communities in raising awareness about TB. By engaging them, we dispel myths, reduce stigma, and encourage proactive testing and treatment. Events like community meetings are great ways to get communities involved. Education campaigns are crucial for the spreading TB information through various channels, including mass social media and community events. Cultural sensitivity is essential. We work closely with the Minister of Health, Mr. Budi Gunadi Sadikin, to develop the educational program, especially on TB. Targeted outreach is also essential. Focus on vulnerable population like those in remote areas, urban slums, prisons, and marginalized communities. Ensure effective dissemination of TB prevention and treatment message through awareness campaign in partnership with local organizations and community leaders. Partnership and collaboration between government, parliament, NGOs, healthcare providers, and civil society are crucial to boost awareness effort. By working together and pooling resources, stakeholders can create effective awareness programs that reach more people in a coordinated way. Moreover, we emphasize the importance of prioritization of TB control effort at all levels of governance, underscoring our determination to combat this global health challenge effectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Melquiades. Now, I think just looking at the time we've got, I just wanted to see if there's any people who haven't spoken, who would like to make any comments to complement some of the remarks that have already been made. If you want to raise your hand, because you have additional points you would like to share. Okay, so then I think at this point we can sort of, there's afternoon tea, you can grab some coffee, you can grab some snacks, and we're going to, and as we said, Honourable Melquiades is going to be on a panel when all the groups come back. We'll work to try to capture some of the points that came out of this group as well as your own personal experiences, and you will be able to then share that back with the group as a whole. But no final comments? Everything was said? Okay, well look, from my side, I wanted to just thank you all for the participation, the engagement in this, and yeah, I guess the next step will come back together and hopefully, be able to share stuff from this group, but also learn from the others as well. So with that, please grab a coffee, take some time, enjoy outside, it's sunny, you don't have to be inside, and then we start again at 4:30? Around 4:30, 4:40. Okay, so you've got about half an hour to just do what you need to do. Okay? Okay, because we finished early, you have to have a photo. So can I ask everyone just to come up onto the stage here? We'll grab a photo and then you can go to your breaks. For everyone except our Honourable MP.
Yeah, we have to go talk to him. So yeah, that's why you want to break. And then you talk to them.
Let me give you this. You have a quick look. Read it here. It's basically the points that I said when I read. Take that after. Yeah, the regional meetings in Jakarta.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm there. You know, because
I don't know if we will be there. We have to see.
you don't know.
Because we're trying to do a big thing in Cambodia, and it looks like they're back to back. I don't think I'm going to do both.
Cambodia?
Huh?
Cambodia?
We're going to do something there. It's under the challenge series there. The place before the No, it's not a regional meeting. It's just, yeah, it's like we're going to target the person and in Cameroon. Well, he should have been your board member rather than Subhani. A very nice person, but not a good speaker.
But yeah, I know. You see, I always feel that people will grow, into the. But sometimes people don't grow into such things.
They don't grow as much as you can kind of think.
Yeah.
You got like people as well, like it's the same on the
Yeah, it's crazy even more.
Because
yeah,
Peter is a disaster.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like nicer guy as well, but he's just he writes these posts on social media about the Stop TV community delegation, like advocating for stuff in Russia. He just decides to make points on behalf of the delegation, and then he tags the delegation.
What did he go to Russia to do? I don't know. I kept asking. I used to say he doesn't know. I said, but I asked Carol. Carol said he doesn't know. She doesn't know anything about it.
He's in LinkedIn some other stuff. I don't know who, but I don't know who still works in Russia. Really. Maybe it's WHO, but like surely they wouldn't send him. He's involved in the technical, but like again, it might be just some weird. I reckon it's like an Africa-Russia exchange thing. Like Russia trying to have influence in the region, they offer exchange. I think it's probably I probably had nothing to do with it, but he just says like I don't know. It might be cynical, but I feel.
You don't know, but I'll definitely find out because I asked Timothy, he doesn't have any idea. I asked Carol, he said he doesn't have any idea. So I said, okay. He was holding the kitty.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but this to keep going the way that it's going, which just means it's going to get worse. Or we can really try to strategically push back to shape how the next elections at least play out. It doesn't need to be Austin with Georgia. We need to have stricter criteria. There need to be people who understand how it works. That's a huge gap. Peter doesn't understand.
No.
Peter doesn't understand.
Yes.
He doesn't understand justice. He doesn't understand the basic stuff
Yeah.
that's for communities. Then the rest is the stuff.
Yeah, then everybody's confused.
Yeah. Because you're not making the wrong choice.
Exactly.
The right can't articulate. Again, I like him a lot. He can't articulate. But a few times he asked me the question, like, okay,
What are you doing in April? Why don't you come and join the delegation meeting and just, like...
No, but I don't mean that in a cynical way. I don't really necessarily want to know. But we weren't invited.
No. You doesn't have to come. Oh my God. I said